Did you know Oregon's coast is home to over 360 miles of rugged cliffs, sandy beaches, and some of the most diverse wildlife in the Pacific Northwest? Today we are on our way to explore it. The drive there is beautiful, especially the hour-long stretch through Tillamook State Forest. Picture winding roads surrounded by towering trees completely off the grid without cell service. On the way, I spotted a Cybertruck. I wouldn't buy one, they look weird, but they do have a certain cool factor when you see them out in the wild. Argo and I just spent 2 nights camping at Cape Lookout State Park, about a 2-hour drive from Portland. When we arrived at the campground, I set up our sleeping area in my SUV. It's spacious enough for both of us, though Argo usually sleeps on top of me anyway. I even brought a power station to test out a new heated blanket, but I never got around to using it. Guess that'll have to wait for another trip. That first night I built a fire despite the wet fire pit. A flat log worked as a base, and with some fire starter and kindling I got it going. Later, a friend and her dog Lexington joined us. The dogs enjoyed duck treats more than the tarp I laid out to keep them clean. Maybe an outdoor rug would work best next time.
So there goes. He's gonna take up all the space, but can't really see it, but it's kind of cool. Do it. Do it. You big old thing. Wait ya. Wait ya. I know. Oh, easy.
Our second day started with some mischievous visitors, raccoons and chipmunks who raided leftover food last night. Later the raccoons came back and Argo spent hours bravely chasing them off. Meanwhile, Lexington was busy trying to eat the fire. That morning we took a long foggy walk along Neatard's Spit, the longest and most secluded spit hike on the North Oregon coast. It was nearly 10 miles round trip. The beach seemed endless. You see your destination, but it feels like it never gets closer. We spent the walk beachcombing, finding sand dollars, shells, and jellyfish.
What do you smell?
He's like, look at this giant sticks. It's gonna get you, Woody. I was like, what are you scared of?
Argo had fun digging near the jellyfish, which we joked was his way of giving them a proper burial.
He's like, what do I do now?
Lexington, on the other hand, loved chasing sand dollars. If I picked one up, he'd try to steal it or chase after it if I threw it.
Where are you going? Lex, I got another one. Lex, I got another one. Lex.
After a few hours of rest back at camp, we caught a stunning sunset on the beach. Jupiter was visible alongside the moon, which was magical.
Just the condensation. Buddy, you shouldn't be able to do that.
On our last morning, I made coffee and walked Argo around the closed campground loop, a perfect spot for a high-energy dog like Argo. Before heading back to Portland, we tackled the Cape Lookout Trail. The hike was supposed to be 2 hours, but ended up taking 3. It was incredibly muddy, with tree roots holding pools of water everywhere.
Good luck, buddy.
By the end, my white dog was no longer white. Still, the views along the way were breathtaking, with glimpses of smoke in the distance. I couldn't confirm if it was from a fire, but it added some mystery to the experience.
Argo, get down, get down.
That's as far as you go. And with that, our adventure came to an end. Time to head back to Portland.